Good morning. Welcome to the John Mendola Show here at WILK. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. We appreciate you joining us each and every Saturday morning between 10 and 11. Of course, online during the week, it's thejohnmendolashow.com. And also, you can join us each and every day on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, at John Mendola Show. Well, we got a lot to talk about this morning. Lackawanna Trail Softball live in studio with us. Blue Ridge Softball coming up live in studio with us as well. Also going to talk Pittston area track and field. The girls and the guys will get in here. But first up, let's talk with that Lackawanna Trail Softball team. John Richter, the head coach, joining us this morning along with a lot of players. And John, welcome into the show. And I'm sure you're really excited about a softball season here for 2017.
Yeah, we sure are. We've been in the gym now for a couple of weeks, and the girls have been working really hard, and we're just really excited to get going.
And let's talk about being at the helm now and being able to coach these young ladies. There is some talent here, so nice to be able to coach some girls that are going to listen to you and then also have that talent on the field to follow up with.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate. This is really my first year as the official head coach. I took over about halfway through the season last year, and have a lot of talent everywhere, outfield, infield, both pitcher and catcher. We're really fortunate to have a good group of girls back this year. They've been working really hard.
Well, the first girl we're going to talk about, if you could give us a little lead in here, is Allie Strach. Tell us a little bit about Allie.
Allie's a senior. She's one of our outfielders. Last year she played right field for us. This year we might be moving her over to left field. We had a little bit of a graduation, so we're kind of shuffling people around. She's been starter last year. She filled in as a sophomore. She's been doing a great job. She's a very dependable, really hard worker, listens to everything you tell her at practice. Great kid.
All right, let's welcome in Allie Strach here on the John Mendola Show. And Allie, you're a senior, so talk a little bit about what you're expecting this year.
This year we're hoping to maybe win every game. I'm hoping that's like the point of why I want to play, to win. I'm a team player, or hopefully like our team, like we have a good bond. We only lost 2 players last year, so it didn't hurt our team too bad. So hopefully we have a good season.
A few years under your belt as a starter there at Lackawanna Trail, so you've seen it since you were young. Talk about now, these years go by so quick to see it, and now look down at some of those 9th or 10th graders and say, that was me just a couple years ago. What could I do to help them?
I just if I see them doing like an error I always used to do, I would try and help them. Like if one person needs to, I don't know what I'm saying.
Anything? Do you help them more on the offensive end or the defensive end, or?
Defensive end, it's that's my priority. I like doing the outfield work. I love the fly balls and everything, so I try and help them. If I do the backhand, if the ball go by, make sure we have people backing up, it's a team effort in the outfield, so we have to keep backing everyone up.
How about in the off-season? Is there much of an off-season for you? Do you play other sports? Do you play in softball a lot? Tell us a little bit about what you do there at Lackawanna Trail.
Well, I also play field hockey. I was on the varsity team for them, and we won our districts the past season. So I played basketball for my junior year and then played this year. So yeah, I played 2 other sports.
It's pretty busy.
Yeah.
Talk about the future endeavors for you now that it's your senior season. Do you have a game plan going forward, or you're kind of still waiting to put it all together?
Well, I'm going to hope to go to Westchester. I want to play in the club field hockey team and maybe club softball, so that's my idea of that.
All right, and how about an area of study? Did you kind of narrow that down yet?
Business management and minor in communications.
Okay, well, very good. Well, great to get you in studio today, and we wish you the best during the season.
Right, thank you.
All right, let's get back to Coach John Richter here on the John Mendola Show. Coach, Madison Peoples with us today. Tell us a little bit about Madison.
All right, Madison is our third baseman. She started full-time last year. She played some JV as a freshman and a sophomore, also a senior. She's a captain. As all of the students are that are in studio are fantastic students. Maddie's a great student as well. She's also on another team that I help moderate with, which is the Envirothon, and she's a very valuable member to the Envirothon team. Our goal for Maddie this year is to improve at the plate. We really are looking for a breakout year for Madison at the plate. So that's our goal with Maddie this year.
Well, let's see how Madison feels about that. Let's welcome in Madison Peoples here on the John Mendola Show. And what have you been working on with that area at the plate that you think that you may be able to do some good stuff this year?
Well, I've really just been focusing on keeping my head on the ball, keeping my swing nice, making sure not to pop anything up. Line drives are what I'm looking for this season, base hits.
Any power to your game at all once in a while, or do you feel like you could be consistent with that?
I try to be consistent, but a few big hits here and there would be nice.
How about some of the other girls on the team this season that you're looking at that you're thinking are going to be good contributors? Again, with a lot of girls back, talk about some other girls filling in that you see working hard here in the preseason.
Well, I mean, we have Sam behind the plate, and she's a big bat for us, big on defense and on offense. We have Maddie, who consistently hits base hits for us, and she's great on the defensive side of the field. Allie Strouch has really been working behind the plate this season, and Allie Decker, also in studio, works all the time with her dad on hitting, and everyone else on the team. I'm looking to contribute to the offensive side of things.
How about as far as the other activities for you at Lackawanna Trail? Coach mentioned you're a heck of a student, but are you involved in any other sports, or softball your thing?
I also played varsity volleyball this past season. I was a captain for that team as well. Softball is really my main focus this year, and I'm also involved in Envirothon, student council, and other clubs at school.
And what's next for you?
I'm not sure school-wise, but I definitely want to major in biochemistry.
All right. Well, I'm sure there's a few good schools out there looking for some people looking for that major. Obviously, a heck of a job in the classroom for that major. Madison, thanks for coming in today. We wish you the best.
Thank you.
Madison Peoples from the Lackawanna Trail Lady Lions here on the John Mendola Show. And, Coach, one more young lady to talk about in this segment, Madison Lee. Tell us about her talents.
Yeah, Maddie is also a senior captain. She's a 4-year starter at shortstop. She's actually one of our pitchers as well, although she doesn't really hope to get called into the game. Outstanding hitter last year. She had a breakout year for us. She was one of the leading hitters in the league. I think she led the league in doubles. She hit over 400. We're going to be moving her from the number 2 spot to the number 1 spot, so she's going to have a leadoff role this year, hopefully to get her on base an awful lot for our bigger hitters with power coming up. Defensively, she is just key at shortstop. She comes up big in the biggest situations for us. Great leader in practice, great leader in the classroom as well, and couldn't be more happy to have this whole group of seniors back this year, and especially Maddie.
All right, let's welcome in Madison Lee on the John Mendola Show from Lackawanna Trail Softball. And Madison, Coach gave you a heck of a little talk up there, so let's talk about what you do when you're out there on the field. Shortstop, you got to be pretty darn good to play that position. Good range, huh?
Yeah, I like to cover a lot of ground at shortstop. I do my best to cover as much as possible, but of course the gaps are tough. But I love the position, I love the action that I get, and I love the intensity of the position, so I'm happy to be back there this year. Nice
when you have some good camaraderie and your fellow teammates are good students, so it seems like you start getting into good habits and saying, well, this teammate is studying hard, and I'd like to have a similar average to her. And then when you're on the field, everybody wants to step up there too. Talk about how much school that you talk about with pushing each other, whether it's in a chemistry class or a bio class or whatever.
Definitely. All of the girls in the team are great students, so we all relate on hard tests and we study together and we all relate on what's difficult. And during the season, it's great to have that support in the classroom, and then it transfers over onto the field. So it's wonderful to have such a close team that's working hard in school and on the field.
Nice batting average last year, somewhere around 439. Talk about keeping that going and trying to be a big offensive product for your team.
Last year, I just really went in with the attitude. I was calm, I was collected. It was kind of the first year that I really felt confident going up to the plate, so I'm just trying to keep that attitude for this year. I just want to make sure that I'm getting base hits. I'm not a power hitter, but I like to get on base and then do as much for my team as I possibly can.
Talk about Coach Richter, what he expects out of everybody.
Mr. Richter definitely has high expectations for us this year. We only lost 2 seniors, so we would like to make a run back to the district championship and hopefully win that. So he's pushing us really hard and making sure that we're all staying grounded and working hard at practice. And
we asked some of the other girls about some players on the team. Who do you see working hard this year, whether it's player number 10 or player number 14, girls that are just kind of contributing and showing up every day?
Everyone is definitely working hard. We only had 2 spots to fill, but Sam is big because she's moving behind the plate, which is a huge position to fill. So she was in the outfield last year, and it's great that she's stepping up and moving behind the plate. Allie's always working really hard at pitching because she's our starter pitcher, and then all in through the infield. Sarah Weisenflew at first base is coming in this year. Madison's working great at third. Izzy Lashinsky's at second again this year, and we just have great outfielders all the way around. Carly Cresswell is moving to center field, and she's doing a great job at center field, covering a lot of ground, working really hard.
Senior year for you as well, so what's on the horizon for you?
I'm going to be attending the Pennsylvania State University, and I will be majoring in biomedical engineering.
Wow. Tremendous students and really great majors, and we hear that it seems every week of students get into these medical things that you can't even pronounce, and Coach Richter and I am sure a little behind on some of this stuff, but nonetheless, congratulations on your future endeavors, and you have a super season, okay?
Thank you.
Madison Lee from the Lackawanna Trail Lions softball team. While we continue, Pittston area track and field will be coming up. We still got a little bit more to talk about with Lackawanna Trail. Blue Ridge softball, they're making the big trek in here today on the John Mendola Show. You can follow us online, thejohnmendolashow.com, on Twitter. It's at John Mendola Show. I want to thank our friends at Mendocino's Pizzeria and Restaurante located there in Daleville. Let's take a time out, head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Jeremy Baczynski. Break like a good neighbor. Jeremy Baczynski is there. We'll be back here in WILK. Welcome back to the John Mendola Show here in WILK. 10:17 in the morning. We're continuing the conversation. Lackawanna Trail softball. John Richter with us. And John, we still have some more young ladies to talk to. Great to see everybody. And tremendous job, as you said, these girls do in the classroom. Allie Decker's up next. Tell us about Allie.
All right, Allie is our first pitcher. Last year she was first team All-Star in our Division 4. Great student. She's probably going to be our number 2 or number 3 hitter this year. Allie is a workhorse on the mound for us, and at practice, she just throws and throws. She throws a lot at home with her dad, and she pitches in the summertime. She has a pitching coach. I can't say enough about how dedicated she is to pitching.
All right, let's welcome in Allie Decker here on the John Mendola Show. And Allie, let's talk about your role and that pressure that I'm sure you have, but you seem like a young lady that could handle it, and you and your teammates have handled a lot of stuff well, I guess, when you go from classroom to the field. Your families, I guess, are doing a pretty darn good job with you to make sure everything's going pretty well.
Actually, I love the pressure of the game. It just makes it so fun, and my team is just behind me, and I know that they will keep working hard, and they definitely keep me up during games.
Let's talk about that work ethic that you have to push yourself a little bit and different things you do to develop your pitching.
Oh, definitely. I work so hard. I work during the winter. I pitch with my pitching coach. My dad helps me out a lot. Just the drive really keeps me going.
And talk about your teammates and your defense behind you. What is it about that defense?
I just know that they have my back, and I can trust them.
As far as your offensive end, talk about that, things that you think you're working on or things you'd like to get better at.
I think we're working on the outside pitches a lot during practice in the gyms, and we're definitely working on hitting where the ball is placed, and I think that will help us when the games come around.
How about some of the games that you look forward to doing as far as some of the challenges in the league?
Honestly, I'm excited for all of the games. I can't wait to get outside again.
Well, it's been tough. So, as far as that goes, it's been tough on everybody. So I guess we're all in the kind of similar playing field. Although people, you may have had snow on the ground this morning up where you are. But talk a little bit about trying to get out there and contributing to, once this league starts, you may get 3 or 4 games in a week, and you guys are going to have to turn it around quick, but everybody will kind of be in the same boat.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to get outside even now because when the snow melted, it's muddy and it's just not good conditions. We're just really excited to get outside and to play games and have fun.
All right, well, it sounds like you're doing a lot of the good things. We wish you the best this season and continue working hard, okay?
Thank you.
All right, that is Allison Decker from the Lackawanna Trail softball team. John Richter with us as we talk about our final young lady here from Trail and the Lions, Samantha Baltricitis. Coach, give us the skinny on her.
Well, Sam was a starter last year as a freshman. She played center field for us. From a power standpoint, she has the most power on the team. She led our team in home runs. She was an all region selection last year, and this year, due to graduation from our catcher, we had to move Sam behind the plate, and she's doing a great job. With that position. In some of her summer leagues or travel teams, she has caught before, so it's really not a brand new position for her. But there is a little bit of a transition from the outfield to catcher, and she's just doing a great job handling it. From the offensive standpoint, if she could have a year this year like she had last year, we will be very fortunate. That's because her production last year was just fantastic for a freshman. So we're looking for a lot of things out of Sam, and she puts a lot of pressure on herself when she is at practice, and she gets under a couple of balls that you could just see in her face that she's not happy with her performance, and she'll go on the tee and work on it, and she's just an extremely hard worker.
Well, let's welcome in Sam Baltricitis from the Lackawanna Trail Lions. And Sam, sophomore, you got that great year last year as a freshman. How much did that make you even, I guess, are you hungrier this year as a sophomore after a successful season?
Yeah, I'm a lot more hungrier, and I just want to do whatever's best for my team, work on everything, work on my hitting, work on catching, just whatever's best for the team.
Talk about sacrifice, and you seem to be the one this year. You got to be the catcher. What was that like when Coach said, listen, we're going to need you here, you got to do it, and you stepped up?
Yeah, I knew it was a big position to fill because Mackenzie Duffy did a fantastic job last year, but in my travel leagues, I've played as a catcher and outfielder, so it's not that big of a transition. I know Allie, I know how she pitched. We used to pitch together when we were younger, so it's not that big a change.
You seem pretty fortunate to have a few seniors here that look like very good student athletes, really good leaders.
Yeah, Madison Lee is a great leader, and so is Madison Peoples, and a lot of other seniors, especially my cousin. She's been, helping me out, and I've been helping her out. So I think it's a great team.
And talk about other activities for you at school, or softball kind of your thing?
Yeah, softball's kind of my thing, but I do play field hockey and basketball also, and also my travel league all year round, so I'm a little busy.
You are busy, that's for sure. You got to have good family support. Talk a little bit about people taking you all over the place.
Oh, yeah, my parents always take me everywhere we go, and, it's a fun experience. I love my travel team, and I love my school team. It's a lot of fun.
And playing for Coach Richter, what's that been like? What are you expected to do with hitting the field this year?
I think I'm expected to do a lot of big things, and I just want to do whatever's best for my team.
Well, we wish you well, and we thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, Sam Baltricitis, part of this Lackawanna Trail Lions softball team in studio with us. We're going to shuffle them out. We're going to talk Pittston area track and field. Blue Ridge softball coming up as well. So a lot of good things to talk about this morning as these student athletes working hard in the classroom and on the field. When we come back here on the John Mendola Show, we will talk track and field. Let's head out now to our local State Farm Insurance agent break. Jen Ricky Loophole. Like a good neighbor, Jen Ricky Loophole is there. We'll be back on WILK.